Hello and welcome to my mini Queen Black Dragon guide for how I kill the Queen. Now, it can fail doing this, but that's either to lag, a stupid mistake, or just failing. Here's what my gear is. The Void for ranged, the Guthix Book of Balance because I don't have the Zammy book, or a deflector. If I had a deflector, I'd be using Swift Gloves because the double bolts wreck. Ava's a alerter only because I'm running low on Dragonbane bolts. Normally I use the Rhino Cape because of the strong defense bonuses. Vampirism, Amulet of Ranging, Snakeskin Boots because I can't afford Rangers or Glavins. Ring of Wealth because my Takulbududu ring is uncharged, and thus no stats. Overload, Renewal, Super Anti, because without this you die instantly. Dread Nips, Melee Weapon, and a Void Melee Helm for the switch. Now I'd recommend the Longsword over the Rapier because the slash is what the ghosts are weak to, which you'll see what I mean later, instead of stab. EEE for special weapon. Healing Aura Scrolls, now that's a pro. Steel Titan and all. I use Uni because I don't have steel. Iron Titan's just waste. 4 Super Restores, 4 Summoning Flasks or Veils, and then Cerebrews. And then we're ready. You're going to Overload, wear your EEE, do your Fort Camelot thingy, then pass through. You could, I don't know, Soul Split flick the things or wait for the EEE to fully heal you before going in, but who wants to do that? You could pray either you have to pray protect range the entire time. And now, let's see the real fight. Okay, now as soon as you can attack the Queen, do it and deploy your Dread Nips right away. And as soon as you take damage, use your Healing Aura Scrolls. Try not to get too high health until your EEE is worn out. Wow, Dread Nips, stunning my target! So helpful when the target is impossible to move around. When possible, use your Healing Aura Scrolls instead of your Bruise. Now, when you see the red text, the Queen Black Dragon takes a huge breath, you're about to get a Fire Wave. On the first phase, there's only 1. On the second, there's 2. And on the third and fourth, there's 3. Now, if you don't dodge the Fire Wave, but instead you just tank it, you'll take 2 to 400 damage. 200 if you run through it, 400 if you just stand still. If you misclick and you run along with it, so it's going back with you, that's when you're screwed. So you can take insane damage. Now, only reason I'm drinking Brews there is because I need more prayer. And you get really, really great XP. Oh, and during the first wave or phase, I'd recommend standing right next to this Dragonkin artifact. Because if you somehow like beast an uber epic combo and the phase ends, you need to touch this as soon as possible to keep the giant worms from spawning. Like that. Normally she goes back and goes and barfs up giant worms on you, which attack with Mage. That's the only thing that attacks with Mage. And when she spawns her Tortured Souls, wait a second. As soon as you see the yellow text, click to so you run behind one. Now, sometimes there'll be a little butt pooper, and they'll move, so you can't use their attacks against them. Now, there I just ranged it because she did a Fire Wave, but if she doesn't do a Fire Wave, just melee it, because there's a high chance of an OKO with it, with a CLS. With the Rapier, it's less because they are strong against stab, but slash, they're strong against. Now there, I jumped the gun a bit, and you can see that wave's chasing me. You could try and run through them and get it to hit them again, but chances are you're just going to take the 200 damage. Now there I didn't dodge the fire wave, and I took 200 damage. Oh, and once these platforms appear, do not stand on them. They will hit you for 200s. And now I'm lucky here because I can attack this thing. And just keep attacking it. Oh, and if you have dread nips, try and remember to keep them on her constantly. Now, occasionally lag will bullcrap you on that. Now, normally I'll tend to hit once with range, see if I get a good hit on it. And if I do, I'll keep using ranged on it to see if I can KO it. Now, in a situation like this, where you really don't want to brew down, that's what the summoning flasks are for. You just take a couple, and then you use your healing aura. Unless you're using a steel or iron titan, in which case, it doesn't really matter. Now, on waves 3 and 4, if she does a fire wave, and she's blue, that's really good for you, because that means you can just soul split while she does the fire wave. Now, you could safe spot these things behind the crystal, but it's hard. And there's a chance that that happens. Now that right there could have been a potentially deadly combo. But I managed to power through it. Now, when you see that the wave is, or the phase is almost over, and she's doing a fire wave, try not to finish her off while the fire wave's there. There, that one just moved to the left, or to its left or right, I forget which it was, and dodged that, which is total bullcrap. Like here, if I were to attack her, there's a possibility that I could have hit, like, I don't know, if you have Ruby Bolt's E for this, you could have gotten a special. Like there, you see I just hit one hit. There, and she only spawned one giant worm, luckily, but she also spawned a fire wave. Now, unfortunately, they decided to make, once she turns blue, if you have it, unload a special attack weapon. But since I'm just using the plain old simple E, I don't have a special attack weapon. But I've had some pretty epic D-bow specs, D-claw specs. I've tried them both. Now, once you get to wave 3, she starts spawning 2, and each soul does one of those black hole cloud things, which can be really, really deadly in wave 4, because she spawns 4, and if she spawns 4 and they immediately go into a time stop, one of the ghosts will teleport to the corners of the platform. Now here, luckily I just got hit, which most people would be like, oh, you got hit, that fails. You don't want to be hit. I just decided to, since I got hit there and I needed prayer, I just brewed and then restored.